Hey everybody, you want to see how I made this really cool step stool? Stick around, I'll show you how we did it. Hey everybody, welcome back to the wood shop. Today I want to show you some more projects to do with the maple blanks. Today's project is going to be a small step stool. Very easy to make, great DIY project. You can customize it in certain ways. Not really a set of plans for it, it's so simple. Anybody could do it in a DIY workshop with a few tools. Let's get to it. So I plan on using this piece for my top and this one for the components for the legs and the sides. So I will start with this one. I'm gonna round the corners over on this. I just like the way it looks a little bit better than a square top, but feel free to do whatever you want to the top. It will look good no matter what you do. So we will take just a cap of a spray bottle here and round the corners over. Once you have the corners marked out, just as simple as cutting them, you could use a router guide if you have one, or you can just use a handheld scroll saw. Now that we have the corners rounded over into a quarter circle, let's bring it over to the sander and smooth that out a little bit. So we're over at the oscillating spindle sander. If you don't have a sander like this, you could easily use a belt sander, a handheld belt sander, or even an orbital sander to clean this up. Might take a little bit longer, but it would do the job just as good. So let's get started. Once you have the edges all sanded up nice, we can take the router and round the top over, and that'll almost be done for the top. So for the base, we're going to need two 6-inch legs on each end, and then just a runner on the side to hold everything together. We'll get that out of this bigger piece here. So now I have all of my components cut out. The rest is going to be just to put some curves in here for looks, and maybe a curve in here for a look also. Just something I want to do, and then we'll round this all off and get this attached. We have our two main legs here. And then these will cut down to go on the sides. Let's get started cutting out the middle of these. So on my end legs, I want to put a nice circle in here just for looks. You don't necessarily have to have it, but it will make it look a little bit nicer. So what I'm going to do is I measured 1.5 inches in on both sides there. I'm going to take the side rail that I have already cut down, and I'm just going to draw a line across the top here. That'll make it uniform with the top of these when it lines up on the side. Take my square and my cap. Bear that up there and make a quarter circle connecting those lines. Okay, let's get those cut up. Okay, now that we have both of these cut out, let's head over to the sander again and get these cleaned up. We got these all sanded down now, nice and smooth on the inside, uniform, look really nice. Let's put a nice little round over on these just to take the sharp edge off. We can do pretty much every side except for the top. While we still have the router out, we're just going to put one round over edge on the bottom of these. These will butt up like this, so we'll just put an edge on that outside piece there. Now that we have all of these done, my suggestion would be to sand all of this stuff first. Make it a little tough once it's on there to get up into these edges to get this nice and smooth. These boards do come pretty smooth, so you're pretty much just gonna have to touch up the edges where you round it over and get rid of some of your pencil marks. I plan on setting the feet on this about 2 inches in. I think that'll give it nice stability and an easy place to grab a hold of when you're picking it up. Once we have the feet measurements out and just mocked in place right now, we can kind of measure this out and get a rough idea of what we're going to need for our cross supports here. Oops. We have these cut. Everything's ready to go. We'll get this mocked up just to make sure it looks good. Looks good there. I'm going to use just pocket screws to hold this in. They're going to be hidden to the inside so you really won't see them. You could top nail it or pre-drill some holes through here and put some screws in that way. I just think pocket screws are going to be the easiest for this. You have a few different options with pocket screws. This one is the bench mount one, so screw down to a bench and you can drill from the top here with a hand drill. This is another hand drill one. This one you just clamp onto each piece, a little more portable. I'm going to use the Craig Foreman today because we have it here. Feel free to use any way you want to do it. You could nail this also if you didn't mind seeing those nail holes or you wanted to fill those in. So to put this together, I'm going to use a little bit of Boss Dog wood glue, and I'm going to put the bottom frame together first, and then I'll attach it to the top. Now that we have our base all made up, we can screw it down to the top here. I made some marks on here. Mine is 1.25 inches over from each side, and then 2 inches in from the end is where my base is going to sit. We'll put some glue on top of here and then screw it down. And there you have it. A cool little step stool, little art piece, whatever you want to use this for. Just another project you can do with these maple blanks. I think they turn out really nice. It's a nice finish, nice white hard maple on these. It'll last a long time. You could stain it, paint it, dye it, whatever you want to do with it. Check it out. We do have these in stock right now, so stop on out, see what we have. Bay Ridge Plywood and Supply, Green Bay, Wisconsin. Stop in and check it out. Have a good one.